Before installation, we suggest laying out a complete set of components on the ground as shown in the figures in the manual. The component sets are detailed in sections in the manual and vary according to size and length of the heater. Firstly, install the suspension points in accordance with dimension pages in the manual, figures 20, 22 or 24. Dimension B and C is critical. Other positions can be varied. Chain is not supplied. 4 or 5 mil standard link chain is recommended. Refer to figure 18. Fit the transition tube into the hangers, ensuring the seam is at the bottom. Flange with twin holes will be at the top as shown in step 6.3 or 7.3. Fit the tube clamp and tighten before fitting the balance of the tubing. Couplings should be fitted so the knock-on is at 10 or 2 o'clock position. It should not be at the top or the bottom. When fitting the final tube, that's the fan tube with the internal swirler, make sure that the welded end of the swirler is at the fan end. If you fit it the wrong way round, the heater will rattle when it heats up. On U-tube heaters, the U-bolts should be fitted as in step 7.4. The bolt adjacent to the burner holds the tube tight. The bolt adjacent to the fan is tight on the bracket but should allow the tube to slide. After the tubing is assembled, the burner pack and the fan can be fitted and the power and gas supplies installed. It is possible in fact to commission the appliance at this stage. Reflectors should always be fitted overlapping as shown in figures 20, 22 or 24. They must not be shingled. Overlap should be a minimum of 160 millimeters. Reflector support straps must be fitted where necessary as detailed in the manual. The first strap must be fitted at the center of the first reflector with tight screws to stop the reflector from moving. Where the first and second reflectors overlap, they must be able to slide over each other as the appliance expands and contracts. If the overlap is under a hanger, no reflector support strap is needed. If the overlap is away from a hanger, use a support strap, wire form and screws, but the screws must be loose to allow slippage of the two reflectors. At the other locations where reflectors overlap, use U-clips if the overlap is under a hanger, or the strap, wire form and screws tightens down. There must be at least one strap with tight screws used along the remaining reflectors even though the overlaps are held together with U-clips. Only a set number of support straps, wire forms and screws are supplied for a specific length of heater. If you're short, use U-clips. Failure to follow the instructions above may lead to the reflector assembly warping or rattling in service. All appliances must be commissioned. Generally, they should only require checking of the inlet gas pressure and ensuring the outlet pressure is as stated on the data plate. The inbuilt gas valve has inlet and outlet pressure points, and the inlet pressure must not drop when the appliances are in operation. If the appliance is correctly adjusted, the first tube after the burner, which is supplied shiny and not heat treated, will change to grey during the first few weeks of firing. If it doesn't change colour, it means the gas outlet pressure is too low and the burner is not firing at full rate.